we'll do a power breathing session, because power breathing is an amazing skill. It's an amazing skill that has like enormous psychological benefits and physical benefits, physiological benefits. It builds prana, builds lung strength. For myself, it gets me through hard times because I know I can rely on it to quiet my mind down, even when there's really difficult times happening. And typically when there's challenges, the mind gets like supercharged and thinks too much. Rumination. I can think my way through this. I can think my way out of this. It's huge in our culture. We overthink. We've been trained to overthink, and now we have to dial that back a little bit and find a bit more stillness in our minds if we're going to find that psychological health. Because if we overthink, the mind is not designed to be a computer that just analyzes stuff all the time. And if we get engaged in overthinking too much, the mind gets agitated. Out of that agitation spins anxiety. The agitated mind wearing out, taking a break, is depression. So all that, if we work on finding balance in our minds and not thinking too much. But power breathing is a great way, is a fantastic tool at finding that pure on connectedness with the moment, which I consider to be singularity. It's that singleness, the oneness with just boom, the moment, without analysis, transcending analysis. And that's one of the reasons I do power breathing every day. It's because it gets me to that place pretty regularly. And then if I can get there every day, 1 or 2 times, or it's like the flow state, if I can get into that flow state or get into the zone every day, then overall, psychologically speaking, I'm much better off. And I feel empowered. Because I'm like, I can rely on this to quiet my mind. Even though everything's going funny around me, everything, there's a lot of chaos and whatever. If I can carve out the time to do some power breathing, I know I can get to that place of peace, even for moments. And that's just super empowering. And when we're feeling empowered psychologically, we're psychologically healthier, essentially. So let's go through a couple rounds of power breathing. If you want to join me, just feel free. And this is it's a derivative of a yogic technique. And follow along if you want. I'll be breathing in through my mouth, out through the nose. Kind of like that. It's a little bit of an elevated pace. I'll be pounding a lot of oxygen into my system. And then there's a breath hold. And during the breath hold, I should mention that as we're sitting, our brains use 70% of our body's oxygen as we're just sitting. Right? So during the hold, the brain gets the signal that no more oxygen is coming in. So it works on eliminating all these extra little thoughts that are happening in our minds, in our brains. Because all these thoughts use electricity and they use oxygen. Right? So we're doing the breath hold, the brain's like, conserve energy. And if we work with that and just try and get present, without analysis, holding the breath. And then the slow exhale, you'll notice how you feel, how relaxed you feel. And then we'll do 3 rounds of this. We'll do 3 easy rounds. But power breathing is a very beneficial practice from a psychological and a physiological perspective. I think it builds immunity. It just strengthens the body, strengthens the lungs. And the better we get at it, the more empowered we are to find peace in our minds when we carve out the time to work on it. So we'll do 3 rounds, 3 easy rounds. We'll do 10 breaths, 15 breaths, and 20 breaths, followed by breath holds. And if the breath hold is too long, don't worry about it. Just breathe. And let's start them now. Just follow along if you want. I'll be breathing in through my mouth and out through my nose. Okay, so let's start up. A little faster. One more breath. Breathe in all the way. Exhale 20%. Hold. Find that stillness. Slowly exhale. Notice how relaxed you're feeling. Breathing in, hold. Exhale. Job. Round number 2. Just keep the breathing fluid and graceful. One more breath. Breathe in all the way. Exhale 20%. Hold. Feel the buzzing in your body. That's your prana. Find stillness. Slowly exhale. Notice how relaxed you're feeling. Breathing in, hold. Exhale. Okay, round number 3. Graceful, fluid breath. One more breath. Breathe in all the way. Exhale 20%. Hold. Feel the buzzing. Find stillness. Slowly exhale. Breathing in, hold. And exhale. Right, good job. Just take note how your mind is feeling right now. And just know that the more you practice, the better you get.
To become more involved in the Heart Mind Center, join our community and explore our membership options.
Also, check out our podcast, Mindflow Radio.
Mindflow Radio.